What does it mean to live clutter-free? Does it mean having only a backpack with a few belongings? Does it mean having a perfect home where nothing ever gets misplaced? How can we use the tools of minimalism to create not only a clutter-free home, but a clutter-free life? One that truly fits our life, lifestyle, and personal tastes and situation. And what would that look like? In this video, I share 5 ways for creating a clutter-free life and for using minimalism to live lighter and happier. In this video, I want to focus on clutter that goes way beyond the physical things that we own. But physical clutter is also a very important one. So let's discuss the actual physical clutter in our space first, because I think that is an excellent place to start. If you've seen more videos from me, you know that I love to talk about decluttering and applying the tools of minimalism to the things that we own. But actually, decluttering can even go a lot further than creating a beautiful space to be in, because it can also spark all kinds of positive effects on our physical and mental well-being. So the first way for creating a clutter-free life is to get in the habit of evaluating and curating your things continuously. Minimalism doesn't have to be a one-time thing. It's not about uprooting your home, getting out all of your things, and then donating 60% of it and calling it a day. It's more like a mindset or a philosophy. It teaches us to constantly ask ourselves the question, does this provide actual, real value for me right now? No matter where you are in your decluttering journey, evaluating and curating the things you own can provide real value. The feeling that clutter can stress us out is real. The more stuff we have that isn't useful to us, the more we might feel like we have to do something. Even if we don't actively realize it, our stuff demands our attention. So clearing up our space can go a great way to clearing up our mind. I haven't kept count, but if I had to guess, I would say that I've gotten rid of about 60 to 70% of my things over the course of the last years, and I do feel that my life is so much lighter now. I feel more positive and optimistic, I feel better physically, I am more appreciative of things, and I'm more productive. If you want to know more about the life lessons I've learned and all the ways that minimalism has benefited me in my life, I recommend giving this video a watch. I will leave it in the description box as well as right there. So get in the habit of asking yourself this question about the things you currently own and about the things you gain along the way. Does this provide actual, real value for me right now? The more you practice this, the better you will become at creating a clutter-free space and therefore also contributing to living a clutter-free life. The second way to live clutter-free is to decrease the amount of negativity in your life. While it's true that a lot of things that happen to us are outside of our control, and all we can really do is try to deal with it the best way we can, it's also true that we do have control over some part of the negativity in our life, and that's where we can be mindful and intentional. One way to decrease the amount of negativity in your life is to be very mindful of the media that you consume. Depressing news articles, negativity on social media, people spreading fear and anger, these things can greatly influence how we perceive the world. If all we surround ourselves with is negativity, it makes it very hard for us to stay positive and optimistic about life and about the future. So one way I try to live a clutter-free life is to make sure I'm not cluttering up my brain with a lot of negativity that is easily avoidable. Another way you can practice this is by making the conscious choice to stop gossiping about people. Speaking negatively about others is more destructive than you might realize. It's basically about making someone else look bad, so you're making yourself look better. If you decide not to participate, it will leave more room for positivity, integrity, and kindness. Or decrease the amount of negativity by letting go of old grudges. By holding on to them, you are hurting yourself more than the other person. Forgiving someone doesn't mean you're saying it's okay. It means you're letting go of that baggage. The third way for how to live clutter-free is to set boundaries, or as I have called them in previous videos, personal policies. For me, a large part of minimalism is to invite as little drama into my life as possible. And now we all have some drama from time to time, it's not completely avoidable, but one of the ways we can be more proactive about this is to set clear boundaries for ourselves as well as for others. Boundaries are the guidelines for how we want to be treated. If we want to live lighter and happier, boundaries can help us to determine what's acceptable to us and what is not. They can also help us with how to respond if people constantly violate our boundaries, because if that happens frequently, it can make it more difficult for us to keep our brains and our lives free from clutter. And our personal policies can also help us to reflect what we want to do or avoid doing in order to live happily and healthily. And this can be something as simple as I never skip brushing my teeth and cleaning my face before I go to sleep. Or it could be something like I don't participate in negative gossip, or I never drink more than 2 drinks when I'm going out, or I don't accept free gifts. If you find that people often cross your boundaries, consider if you've been clear enough about them. State them in a very clear but positive way, or take some time to write a list for yourself. I've talked before about how minimalism can help us to get to know ourselves better, the things we value, the things we don't value as much. If we take some time to reflect, we can figure out what we want to improve about our life and how to make that change happen. In the end, when I look in a mirror, I want to be able to like who I see. And I don't mean how I look, I mean the things that I do, the things I say, how I treat people, how I treat myself. And as long as I can look in the mirror and like who I see and like the choices that I've made, I feel like I am living my life as authentically as I can. If we get to know ourselves, we can start to evaluate the different activities in our days, our weeks, our months, our years that truly light us up, that make us feel on top of the world, as well as the activities that drag us down and create mental baggage. This insight is so valuable because it allows us to shape our life in a way that we can create our own happiness. And when we feel happy and fulfilled, we'll also be better at helping others. Expressing what we value will make it more likely to attract what we want. If we can live authentically, it will decrease inner turmoil we might experience. We can make better decisions and create supportive habits, and we will be less likely to say yes when we really want to say no. The last way for how to live clutter-free that I want to share with you today is to always prioritize quality over quantity. This goes for your possessions, definitely, but it also goes for everything and everyone else. One way to go about this is to adopt high standards, not so high that they are impossible to reach, but high enough to weed out things and people that detract from your life instead of adding to it. Over the last couple of years, I noticed a shift in myself. I used to be very much someone who prefers to own a lot of stuff. And not only that, but I would also buy new stuff to try and improve my life. And buying something new would give me this spark of joy and excitement. But I noticed after a while that novelty would wear off and I would want to buy something new again. And this cycle truly is never ending and it doesn't lead to any lasting positivity. Now I get excited by the fewer things that have been around for so long. My trusted sweater that I've had for 10 years already and that has kept me warm and comfy all this time. That great friend that I met in college and have been meeting up with for the last 13 years. What matters is not how much of something we have. What matters is if it will last, if it contributes to our life, and how much we appreciate it. If you've enjoyed this video, I would love it if you could give it a thumbs up because that really helps. And of course, subscribe to the channel for weekly videos just like this one. And if you want more from me, you can always join us at patreon.com/simplehappyzen. We have a lot of fun over there and you can join from anywhere in the world. It's a great way to support the channel and you will also get access to exclusive videos like this one. If you want to take steps to get rid of the clutter in your home, I recommend this video. And if you want beginner minimalism tips, this video is for you. As always, questions, comments, and conversations down below. Have a wonderful day, my friends, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.